Good morning, everyone. Today I want to share something that speaks to the core of wisdom and strength, 7 guiding principles that smart women live by. These aren't rules imposed by society, but rather a framework that empowers women to lead fulfilling, successful, and meaningful lives. We live in a world that constantly demands our attention, energy, and validation. It's a world that sometimes confuses hustle with self-worth and relationships with transactions. But today I want us to pause and reflect. I want us to embrace a mantra that is as liberating as it is empowering. No begging, no chasing, no texting, no games, just do this. This isn't just about boundaries. It's about freedom. It's about stepping into the fullness of who you are without needing the approval or attention of others. It's about owning your space and realizing that the power you seek has always been within you. Let's start with this: no begging. Begging, my friends, is not just about asking for material things. It's about compromising your value, your dignity, and your spirit in exchange for something you think you need. Too often we beg for love, for opportunities, for recognition. We sit in rooms where we are tolerated, not celebrated. But let me tell you something: you were not created to beg. You were not created to diminish yourself in order to fit into someone else's version of who you should be. The moment you stop begging is the moment you reclaim your power. It's the moment you say to the world, I am enough, just as I am. Instead of begging for someone's approval, validate yourself. Instead of pleading for someone to see your worth, know it for yourself. And instead of waiting for permission to live the life you want, give it to yourself. Because begging will never bring abundance. Begging keeps you in a place of lack, and you were not born to lack. You were born to live abundantly. How many times have we chased something, whether it's a person, a job, or a dream, only to feel exhausted, unfulfilled, and empty? Chasing is rooted in fear. Fear that if you don't run after something, it will escape you. Fear that if you don't keep pushing, you'll miss out. But here's the truth: what is meant for you will never require you to chase it. What is destined for you will find its way to you when you align yourself with your purpose and your truth. When you chase, you lose sight of the present moment. You become so focused on what's ahead that you forget to appreciate what you already have. But when you stop chasing, you make room for the right things to come to you. You attract what belongs to you by standing still in your authenticity and your power. Stop chasing. Instead, focus on becoming. Become the person who attracts what you desire. Become the person who is ready to receive the blessings that are meant for you. Because the energy of chasing is the energy of lack, but the energy of becoming is the energy of abundance. This one isn't just about putting down your phone, it's about where you invest your energy. How often do we text or communicate with people who drain us, who don't reciprocate, who don't value our time or our presence? How often do we overexplain, overcompensate, or overreach? When you stop texting, when you stop pouring your energy into people and places that don't pour back into you, you create space for the relationships and connections that truly matter. You create space for communication that is meaningful, intentional, and reciprocal. It's not about cutting people off, it's about prioritizing your peace. It's about recognizing that your energy is sacred and that not everyone deserves access to it. So the next time you're tempted to text someone who doesn't value you, pause. Ask yourself, is this serving me? Is this aligning with my worth? Let silence speak for you. Let your absence be felt. Because the right people will never leave you wondering where you stand. The right people will always meet you where you are with love, respect, and clarity. Life is too short for games, whether they're mind games, emotional games, or power games. Games are rooted in insecurity. They're rooted in the need to control or manipulate. But when you know your worth, you don't play games. You live in truth. Games waste time. They drain energy. and they rob you of the joy and peace that come from living authentically. So choose honesty over manipulation. Choose clarity over confusion. Choose love over fear. When you stop playing games, you step into a space of integrity. You attract people and opportunities that align with your values, and most importantly, you free yourself from the stress and anxiety that come with pretending to be something you're not. What do you do instead? If you're not begging, not chasing, not texting, not playing games, what's left? You do the work. You focus on yourself. You pour your energy into becoming the best version of you. Work on your dreams. Work on your health. Work on your relationships with the people who truly matter. Work on your mindset, your habits, and your goals. Work on creating a life that feels good to live, a life that reflects your values, your purpose, and your truth. And while you're doing the work, trust the process. Trust that what is meant for you will come to you. Trust that the universe is always working in your favor. And trust that by showing up as your authentic self, you are already enough. When you stop begging, chasing, texting, and playing games, you align yourself with the flow of life. You step into a space of ease, grace, and abundance. You realize that you don't have to force anything. You don't have to fight for what's already yours. And in that space of alignment, you find freedom, you find peace, you find power, because you are no longer living for the approval or validation of others, you are living for yourself. My challenge to you today is simple: let go of what no longer serves you. Release the need to beg, chase, text, or play games. Step into the fullness of who you are. Embrace your worth, your power, and your truth. Because when you do this, when you truly live by this mantra, you unlock a life of limitless possibilities. You unlock a life of joy, peace, and abundance. You unlock a life that feels like home.